like your body is in a constant state of meltdown where the tiniest stressors trigger a massive body-wide overreaction? So maybe it's a sudden wave of dizziness when you're in a crowded store. Perhaps it's your heart starting to pound before a simple phone call, or a feeling of exhaustion and brain fog that descends for no apparent reason. You might feel constantly on edge, irritable, or find yourself unable to concentrate. So if you've ever thought that this can't just all be in my head, you're absolutely right. The full body overreaction isn't a personal flaw. It's a survival response that your nervous system learned, and now it's stuck in overdrive. So think of it like a car alarm that's become overly sensitive. It's supposed to protect the car, but now it goes off with a gust of wind or a passing truck. So that's your nervous system constantly sounding a false alarm. And, when this happens, your world just starts to shrink. You might start avoiding situations that have triggered you in the past, and you begin to dread even normal activities, and you live in a constant state of just alert. And it's exhausting and very isolating. I know, because I lived it. But what you're experiencing is a biological reality based on the principle of neuroplasticity. So neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to rewire and reorganize itself based on experience. Your brain isn't broken, it's just running an old, outdated program. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to leverage the power of neuroplasticity to retrain your brain, update the programming, and finally teach your body how to stand down. So let's start by reframing this entire experience. So what you're feeling is not a defect or a sign of weakness. It's a testament of your highly intelligent nervous system, which has simply learned to be overprotective. So maybe some past experiences, whether it's been a single traumatic event or long periods of chronic stress, can teach the nervous system to stay on high alert. So your brain's threat detection center, often involving a part of the brain called the limbic system, becomes sensitized. And it creates powerful, fast-acting neural pathways that trigger a major defensive response to minor stressors. And this is known as central sensitization, where your entire nervous system becomes more sensitive to pain and other sensory information. So basically, it's operating on past experience that it learned were dangerous, and it's stuck in survival mode, and it's lost the ability to distinguish between past threat and present safety. So think of it this way, that your body isn't your enemy, it's your loyal bodyguard, but it's working from an old, outdated instruction manual. A manual written during a time of danger. Now, even in moments of safety, the bodyguard is still reacting as if a threat is just around the corner. And that constant release of these stress hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine can cause real physical symptoms like racing heart, digestive issues, and fatigue. So the goal isn't to get rid of your bodyguard, but to give it an updated manual. So the fantastic news is that because this hyper-vigilant response was learned, it can be unlearned. This is the core of brain retraining. So through conscious and repeated practice, you can create new neural pathways of safety and calm that will eventually become stronger and stronger and more dominant than the old pathways of fear. You can teach your body on a biological level that it's safe right now. And this is how we, actually turn the sensitivity dial down. And you may be wondering how to retrain the brain to respond differently to life's triggers. So it's not about fighting the symptoms, which often makes them worse. Instead, it's about creating a new response. So here are 3 powerful ways to begin your retraining process. So first is the reframing of the sensations. When a flare-up starts, that familiar surge of panic, fatigue, dizziness, pain, your instinct might be to fight it, fear it, or fixate on it. And that reaction tells your brain, see, this is a major threat, and it strengthens the fear response. Instead, I want you to try something that feels counterintuitive. Don't fight it, just acknowledge it and calmly label it for what it is. Say to yourself out loud, oh, this is just my nervous system. This is just an old fear signal, and these are just sensations. This is my brain interpreting safety for danger. Now, this simple act of acknowledging does something profound. It shifts you from reactive emotional part of your brain to your logical thinking brain, which helps calm down the body's alarm system. And immediately, this part is crucial. Go about your day. Don't let the sensation stop you. And by continuing with your activity, you're going to be sending a powerful message back to your brain that there's no real danger here. So second is redirect your focus. This goes hand in hand with reframing. So the key to weakening old reactive neural pathways is to stop giving them your attention. So think of these pathways like a well-trodden trail in the woods. The more you walk on it, the more defined it becomes. And the fear and focus are the feet that keep walking that path. To weaken it, you have to consciously choose to walk a different path. By shifting your attention away from the symptoms and onto your life, you're actively starving the old neural pathways, and you're showing your brain that these signals are not important enough to derail you. So when the symptoms arise, just redirect your focus to something that requires your full attention. And that could be a work task, a conversation with a friend, even a puzzle, or listen to your favorite music. And you can also try a grounding technique like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. This is where you name 5 things that you see, 4 things that you feel, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. This pulls your brain out of the internal storm and anchors it into the present moment. And what this does is it teaches it that the outside world is safe and more interesting than the internal false alarms. Now, third is find your purpose again, because when you are stuck in survival mode, the world can become really small, and it can become centered around managing these symptoms and avoiding triggers. But the most important ways to build new, healthy neural pathways is to actively fill your life with purpose and positive experiences. This isn't about just thinking positive, it's about engaging in activities that generate feelings of joy, connection, and meaning. These positive emotional states can actively help regulate the nervous system. So what did you love before your world started to shrink? Just make a list. It could be singing, dancing, hiking, learning a new language, painting, volunteering, going to church, spending time with a loved one. And, by focusing on what you enjoy, this gives you a sense of purpose, and it teaches your brain to prioritize engagement and joy over fear. So this is literally just building a brain that is just more resilient, more regulated, and has less room for the old reactive patterns. So just to recap, your body's not your enemy, but it's simply running an old learned programming designed to protect you. So by understanding this, you can start to shift from being a victim of these sensations to becoming an active participant in your own healing. So by reframing the symptoms as this is just my nervous system, you take away their threatening power. And by redirecting your focus back to your life, you weaken the old fear pathways and build new, healthy ones. And by filling your day with purpose and joy, you literally rewire your brain for health and resilience. Now, it's not a quick fix, but it's a compassionate and consistent process of retraining. You're patiently teaching your overactive nervous system that it's finally safe to stand down and relax. And every time you choose a response that's different, you're going to be casting a vote for a new way of being, and you'll be creating your new life. So yeah, I love helping people. And, a lot of people come to me, they're feeling frustrated and stuck, but I really encourage you to watch all my videos. They're going to really give you a deep understanding of how brain rewiring works and how healing actually happens. And for those who are actually looking for a little more guidance and support, and if you're tired of just walking the path alone and you're ready for a strategic, Christ-based healing plan, then I invite you to learn more about a recovery system program. Now, this program provides a clear step-by-step system with personalized support to help you understand the science behind your symptoms and also give you the tools to finally break free from them for good. So during your free discovery call, we're going to talk about your goals, your specific triggers, and create a customized plan that fits your needs and budget, because I believe that healing should be accessible for everyone. So if you're ready for real lasting change, then book your free call in the link in the description below. And on that call, we're going to map out your next steps and see if the program is a good fit. If not, we're going to give you clear, actionable steps so that you can move forward confidently. So yeah, if this video is helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell that you're never going to miss a future video on your healing journey. And God bless you.